Okay, for anybody wondering what I was just doing, I was picking up this 3-point sickle bar mower that was given to me for free. It belongs to my wife's dad's cousin, or did, I suppose. Now it's mine. It's obviously going to need some work, as you can see. That is bent to all hell. Um, that is also broken and needs to be replaced. And that is also bent and needs to be replaced. The PTO, however, is free. I was able to spin it, so I'm happy about that. It's got a 6 spline, so it will match my tractor's PTO right away. I just need to replace a few parts and give it a good paint job, and I think it'll be ready for this year. And then also, if you noticed, I did change the name of the YouTube channel to Curly Farm Homestead. And the reasoning for that is this beautiful property that we live on. Not everything about it's beautiful, unfortunately. It needs a lot of updates or whatever, but that's neither here nor there. But the reason for the Curly Farms part is my wife's maiden name is Curly. This was her family farm. The house was built in 53, I believe, when my father-in-law was only a toddler, and it was built by his parents. And everybody in the town that we live near, which it's only a 2-mile drive to the town of Eureka, South Dakota, they all know this property as the Curly Farm. And as a way to pay respect to my wife's family who built this farm, I am naming it the Curly Farm Homestead instead of using, like, I don't know, my last name or some other stupid homesteading name, as a way to just show respect to the people who built this property to what it is and to the place that I get to call home every day. And I get to look at all these beautiful pastures, and I also get beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So that's the main reason for that. Another thing I never actually mentioned is I did get a 3-point for the M. It, as you can see, is a dual cylinder 3-point. I got this for $500 off of the Facebook Marketplace. There's definitely some things that need to be changed about it. It needs some updated hoses. I did have to cut the battery box, or I guess I should say a friend cut the battery box in order for it to actually fit on the tractor. I don't believe this was originally for a Farmall M. I honestly do not know. The field cultivator that I have on the tractor was also given to me by the same person that gave me the sickle bar mower, because a lot of our property has not been, like, we only own 5 acres, and a lot of it, like, none of it's really been tilled, so it's never been used for, like, growing anything but this really shitty grass that you see. And so my plan is to actually, like, mow down all of this grass, get a good till going on it, and I'm going to plant clover and alfalfa here for my chickens that will be free range. I'm sure you can see the geese. Hopefully they don't shit on me. But I want to till all this and grow alfalfa and clover. And then on the other side of the property, I plan on ripping up the ground over there as well to grow corn and whatnot. And then I also have a garden in the back that I'm going to be using. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not really sure, like, how well this is going to work, because it's obviously a cultivator, not a plow. It's old, so I don't I don't necessarily know if the wheels are going to hold up the way that I would like for them to, or not the wheels, the tines will hold up the way that I want them to. But then again, it's also old, so it's probably built back when people actually cared about quality over quantity and getting money. And then if you come over here, I have this packer here that I also got for free from the same person. This is a pull behind, so that should be easy to do. But I also have these here, which are for an old farmall that used to be here owned by my father-in-law's dad. And I want to take these and put them on the cultivator to help with my garden area, so that way I could build like a nice garden bed in order to actually grow potatoes in the ground, as opposed to my bucket method that worked but also kind of didn't work last year. But I guess we'll see what happens. This is the old area for my old where my chickens used to be, my chicks that I had gotten. I don't even know if there's electricity in here at the moment, but if you look here, I put a piece of concrete over that trying to keep whatever was getting in out, but it ripped out more of the actual floor to get up in here. But unfortunately for the stupid raccoon, I had already moved the chicks out, so it did not get a snack, just disappointment. I don't think that means it's never going to come back. I think it definitely will. I also do plan on getting some pigs, and I'm going to turn this into a room for them. And in here is a way for them to get out. As you can see, my wall is completely garbage. It needs some attention maybe. But there's this area here that has like this little door cut in. So then the pigs will be able to come in and out here, and then at night I'll come and lock it up, and then in the morning before I have to go to work, I will come out and unlock the doors, get everything open, feed, water, stuff like that. And then I'm going to be putting some electric fencing around this perimeter here. And this will be like part of where the pigs will actually be coming out to eat and all of that good stuff. And then eventually I will make it larger for them. But I think like for now, once this area is all cleaned up and I get rid of these stupid appliances, this is a pretty good sized spot for starting out. And then, yeah, we even have an old schoolhouse on the property. I would like to, because I own a coffee roasting company, I would like to be able to move that building to the front of my property and actually open up a little farm store here where people can come and buy produce, eggs, fresh roasted coffee, roasted daily, obviously. If you are going through a company that does not roast their coffee and they just have somebody else do it for them, and then they slap a name on it, you can't guarantee freshness of coffee at that point or quality, because you're not in charge of the quality control. You're just letting somebody else do it and you're just hoping for the best. I, however, actually roast my coffee, and it's only roasted to order. So my goal is to move this building up to the front and then turn that into a little store. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but it would be nice. And obviously, I'm sure you can hear all these birds coming in because we are actually quite warm here for the last couple of days for sure. Yesterday it was like 76 degrees. So nobody here is going to complain about that. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the video, and I hope you all have a great day.